Do it live. What's up? How is your week? How has your week been? It's Friday. It's Friday. Friday. What's up? What's new? How you been? You doing all right? You hanging in there? I hope you are. I hope that you're all doing well on this beautiful Friday. Once again, here where I'm at, there's not a cloud in the sky. Not a cloud in the sky. It is gorgeous. They've actually opened up some of the excuse me, I got something. Pardon me. They've opened up some of the construction here, so there's not much construction going on right now. But yeah, it's Friday. Got some stuff to get done today. Got some videos to shoot for my job, and looking forward to that. Actually, it's the first week of we're doing video announcements at my church, and so it's something I used to do other places, and so look forward to bringing that to the place that I currently am. So that's cool. So I made an intro for it and everything. Got my script written, and now I just gotta shoot it and edit it. I'm doing a fun thing because we got a trunk or treat event that's going to be at the end of the month, and so the theme is heroes versus villains. And so I'm going to use my Batman action, one of my Batman action figures, and have a little bit of fun with that. So this should be fun. And so, would you guys have any plans for the weekend? Hey, what's up, Jimmy? I'm doing well, man. Doing really well. Doing really well. You guys got any big weekend plans? Stuff that you plan on doing? I have. What's up, You Do Suck? Villains rule. Villains rule. I'm pretty excited because I found a G.I. Joe classified figure set, the Breaker character with the G.I. Joe motorcycle. So I was pretty excited about that. For once, there's an exclusive to Target with the G.I. Joe line that I didn't have to worry about. Oh my gosh, am I gonna find it? I was literally on one of my G.I. Joe sites last night, thumbing through, and somebody said, hey, I use this website, the website that I usually use to find all my figures and stuff. It's called Pop Finder, and said, hey, yeah, they were there. And so I wasn't expecting my Target to have anything. It's the same Target, like I said, it still has not put out their copies of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, right. And so I just went on there. They had 12 of them. They had 12 of them. Of course, I called, and they're like, yeah, they're here. And I was waiting for, well, they don't come out till the 3rd, so we can't put it out. Guess what? They're like, we'll put one back for you. Sure enough, showed up at the Target. Not only did I pick up that, but I also picked up 2 Ahsoka Tanos from the 3 3/4 line. One for me, one for Tiff, because Tiffany loves Ahsoka Tano. I picked up the new Darth Maul from Mandalore with his robotic legs, and I picked up Shockwave, the Transformer, his Funko Pop, to add to my Transformers Funko Pops. So it was cool. So I had a nice little haul last night, but I also picked up Breaker with the motorcycle, and I was shocked. I was shocked that they had it, they put it back for me, and I got one. Now, mind you, I have it on pre-order, and apparently I have one that's supposed to come, supposed to be here on Monday. So we'll see. As long as everything comes through all right, I'm going to hold on to this one just in case, because, I got my Darksaber, and that box was all crushed and and everything. And so we'll see how it comes in, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do with Breaker, whether or not that I try to find somebody who needs one, and help them out, because not everybody is, always gets all these figures and stuff. And so I'll see if somebody needs one or whatever, or end up taking it back. But we'll see. But I'm just shocked that I actually found one. Pretty excited. Next, they got the barbecue action figure coming out, and so I'm excited about that one as well. And yeah, so far so good. So some news along the G.I. Joe, in the G.I. Joe realm. Apparently, they're making a new G.I. Joe video game that is kind of an open world G.I. Joe game. It's going to be, I got to gather all the information on it, and then I'll do maybe a video about it. But a lot of good stuff coming out of that. There's going to be a Lady J TV show. For all you G.I. Joe fans out there, there's going to be a Lady J TV show. I believe it's on Paramount Plus that it's going to be on. So you got that to look forward to. Apparently they learned some stuff with the Snake Eyes movie. I hope so, because you should probably have Snake Eyes in it if you're going to have a Snake Eyes movie. Just saying. But apparently they learned some stuff with Snake Eyes. They're still blaming. I love like with the toys and everything. They're still blaming like distribution problems and stuff. For some of their failings, but whatever. But yeah, so apparently they've got a new video game coming out, a Lady J TV show. This should be interesting. And there was one other thing that I saw. And I can't remember her name right now, but the lady who was in charge of things regarding the Snake Eyes movie, she's the head of the whole thing. She's not there anymore. Interesting. I wonder why. But yeah. Best part of the so-called Snake Eyes movie was the classified figures. You know what? You ain't wrong, Jimmy. So I got 3 of them right now, and I said I'm going to look like a hypocrite because I'm going to do a review of them. But I got the Snake Eyes, I got the Storm Shadow, and I've got the Baroness. All 3 look like great figures. They're great looking figures. There ain't nothing wrong with those figures. Now I will tell you this, that Snake Eyes ain't ever going to see that alternate head. Ain't ever going to see it. Because I don't want to be reminded of the movie. But that is the shame of that movie, is that not who's playing him necessarily, but the fact that they had a great Snake Eyes design as far as the helmet and everything, and we didn't see that. So what was the point? Don't get me started on Snake Eyes this morning. The only thing that I don't like about the Storm Shadow is where the Storm Shadow looks cool, he's not bright white. He's like this off-white, kind of cream color white. So, that could have looked better. I need to see if I can find, I know that they make them, but I don't even know how to search for them. You ever have something like that where it's like, that they make something, but you don't even know how to search for it? But I want to get a Cobra emblem that maybe I can try to put on the figure itself, kind of like almost like a tattoo kind of deal, like a temporary tattoo kind of thing. But I'll have to figure that out. What's up, Eli? Hey, Eli. It says, hey, brother, hope your Friday is off to a good start. So far, so good, man. So far, so good. Got some video projects to do. Got some things I got to work on. But we'll get there. Hey, I don't know if you saw, I haven't seen you acknowledge it yet, but I added you to a group. So check that out. What's up, Polo Quane? Or SK. Says, what's up, Enosh? Seen Venom yet? No, I'm seeing Venom tonight. So I'm seeing Venom tonight. I was a little disheartened because I saw, I know a lot of people are saying that the reviews are good, but I did see somebody that, I really trust their reviews, and they had an issue with it. So I'm really worried now. And I'm hoping this doesn't turn into me like something that we'll end up hotly debating here on the channel with our friends, whether or not I like it or not. Me and RJ going back and forth, because I'm sure RJ likes it. RJ likes everything. And I'm just messing with you, RJ, if you're watching this. But RJ is like our Mikey from Life Cereal. Like, show it to RJ. He'll like it. Nah, I'm just messing with you, RJ. Let's see here. Jimmy says, my 1986 Transformers, the movie Rodimus Prime yesterday. It's small, but it's such a beautiful figure, especially for its size. So that's cool. Zobi once said, hello there. What's up, Tayron? Right, you do suck. Shockwave is the best, man. Shockwave was, gosh, man, he was something else, man. He was BA, man. He was holding down the fort back there on Cybertron. You do sucks as I'm replacing the water filter in my fridge, so that's all I got to do. You know what? So I've got my refrigerator was brand new 5 years ago. It's about 5 years old, and the water dispenser doesn't work anymore. So, I'm sorry, the water dispenser works. It's the ice maker doesn't work anymore because we had an automatic ice maker, and it doesn't work anymore on our refrigerator. And I don't understand it because the water line should be fine. So, I don't know. Stuff around the house that you got to get taken care of, right? What's up, 187? Says, yo. Been hanging and chatting. My day just ended, bro, so I'm going to relax for the rest of the day. Cool, SK. Jimmy says, last thing I'll ever say about that movie is that they should have just had Ray Park play Snake Eyes, because that's the one thing the G.I. Joe movies did right was Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. You're absolutely right, Jimmy. I know, man. I know. SK hunting for a region-free player for you. Oh, that's cool. I love seeing people come together here on the channel. Jimmy says, yeah, I'm a little concerned because it seems like a lot of the reviews were more focused on the post-credit scene. Yeah, well, that's what this person, like I said, I usually kind of fall in line with, how they see things. That's what they kind of said, was like, yep, the post-credit scene was very, very cool, and they liked that, but it's like, what was the point? What was the point in getting there if that was how they were going to get there? So, and unfortunately, this person also kind of said too, by the way, I'm in that area once again that I may lose you guys for like half a second or something like that, so just stick with me if I cut out here. But they also said my biggest concern, and that was that Cletus was absolutely not Cletus, and just kind of wasted in the movie. I did not want to hear that. I did not want to see that review. All the good reviews that I've seen have not really gone into the story of Venom. It's mostly just been, hey, look at that cool, post-credit scene. And I just I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. Eli says, Campia hated Snake Eyes. I hated Snake Eyes. Campia was right about that. Snake Eyes was awful. It was a horrible film. I mean, just even as a film, it was, and I can't help it what people say. It's not even a good ninja movie. It's just awful. Like I said, and I don't know if you've seen it, Eli, but man, it is so bad. I've got a 52-minute review here on the channel of it, where I literally broke it down. It's one of the few movies that I've ever taken notes on while I was watching what I'm actually watching right now. Like, and I know there's people who want to break it down to just, the race swapping stuff, and that's one of many issues that movie has. That movie has a whole lot more issues going against it than just the fact that they changed the ethnicity for no good reason of a character that has an established past and an established history. But what are you gonna do? That movie's just so bad. Like I said, I've said it many times. Giant, sentient, growling, karate fighting, hypnotizing anacondas. Why? Why? It makes no sense. There's no good reason for it. There's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for all that stuff, you know? Such a great property in Snake Eyes. That movie should have written itself, should have been fine. Like Jimmy said, the one thing that I will say that, you know, I mean, there's some things, especially in the second G.I. Joe movie, there's actually a lot of things that I think if you break it down, you'll see that actually there's a lot of stuff in the second G.I. Joe movie that's very much G.I. Joe. You know, I know people don't like to give that movie a lot of credit, but they did a lot of things right in that second G.I. Joe movie, if I'm being honest. It felt like an episode of the 80s G.I. Joe with Cobra taking over the White House and, you know, flying the Cobra flags and everything, and this plot with Zartan and everything. Like, they did a lot of really, really good stuff. Now, they did a lot of really bad stuff, too, like killing off all the Joes. Having a Snake Eyes and Lady J, or not Snake Eyes, a Flint and Lady J that don't act, appear, or serve the roles of Flint and Lady J. Flint is a leader. Gung Ho is not the leader. Not Gung Ho. I'm sorry, not Gung Ho. What's his name? The Rock's character. Roadblock. Yeah, Roadblock is not a leader. Roadblock is not in charge of the group. Like, what the literal heck, guys? Like, that's just having Flint, having the character Flint, who Flint is my favorite character of all time. Having the character of Flint take a backseat to Roadblock's character makes no sense whatsoever. But like I said, you know, there's a lot of things that they didn't get right, but there's a lot of things that they did get right as far as you know that. Yeah, I know, and I mean, you kill off Duke in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, and here's the thing: I kept waiting for Duke to come back. I thought it was going to be one of those classic bait and switch things, you know, where it's like, oh yeah, you know, here he is again, you know, like something happened, you know, he went underground or something like that. But now they just left him dead. You know, it just, I don't know, man. As a G.I. Joe fan, it's just so disheartening, you know. It just, it really does. It really hurts, because it shouldn't be that hard of a property to write for or to make a story. I mean, you just make the story. And look, here's the problem: is everything that they want to do. That was the other GI Joe news. They're doing a cartoon of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. So again, they're focusing on the ninja aspect, and I guess that's what this cartoon is going to focus on, is the ninja aspect instead of the army aspect, instead of the military aspect. It's G.I. freaking Joe. It's G.I. Joe. Why wouldn't you focus on the military aspect? That's the point of the show. That's the point of that property. If you don't want to make that, don't make it. Don't make the show. Don't make a cartoon of it. Don't make a movie of it. Don't make a TV show of it. It's a military show. Now, look, I understand that things are different now than they were in the 80s or even back in the 60s and 70s with the 12-inch figures, you know, the bigger figures, right? But, man, then just don't do it, right? Yeah, Sheree, stay true to the source material. If you're not going to do a military-style show or movie, then don't do G.I. Joe, because then that's not G.I. Joe. That's just not G.I. Joe. So what is the point? Again, what is the point? It doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you. And that's the frustrating thing for me as a fan, because yeah, it should just it should be what the thing is, you know. It'd be like making a Batman movie where you never see Batman. You never see Batman. You hear about this Bruce Wayne guy, but you know, he's not a millionaire, billionaire, or whatever. He's none of that. You know, he lives, you know, on the bad side of the tracks or something. And you know, look for an Elseworlds thing, maybe, right? It'd make an interesting comic book. It'd make an interesting, you know, I don't know, one off. But like, not if you're gonna make a movie. You know, if like that's the only, you know, like if you're thinking that that's going to be your tent pole project, you know, that's good. This is what you're trying to make a franchise off of. You wouldn't make a Batman franchise off an Elseworlds Batman, you know, who doesn't resemble the character at all. That's what I'm saying. Um, Let me get through some of these comments. Yeah, seems like everyone wasn't satisfied with Venom. Man, I love comic book stuff. So when these movies get a live adaptation, I become a kid at a candy shop. So when these IPs are rushed, it saddens me heart. Yeah, SK, I agree. Eli, Dinobots kick butt. You got the touch. You got the power. Yes, I love Grimlock, man. Dinobots. Dinobots kick butt. It says, and with the Venom film, I'm disappointed it's not rated R. Me too, especially with using Carnage, one of the most violent Spider-Man villains around. I'm right there with you, Jimmy. SK says, yeah, I wanted to text you about that service. Hey, hopefully it works on my smart TV. But fun fact, hey, South Africa cyber laws are so off. We don't really need VPN. Everything just plays crazy. You Do Suck says it might be the ice maker itself. That happened to mine, and I had to buy a used one on eBay. The replacement ones on eBay on Amazon wouldn't work. Oh wow! Pretty much all of us hated Snake Eyes, says Jimmy. Uh, Eli says, "SK, let me know what the power adapter and plugs in South Africa are like." That's cool that you guys are working together. I like that. Richard says, "Hello, Enosh. Hope all's well with you." Richard Gilbert, yes, things are well, man. I'm getting ready to walk in here to work. Eli says they completely ruined who and what Snake Eyes is. Absolutely, they did, and there's just no excuse for it. Jimmy says G.I. Joe can be one of the easiest comic book cartoon series to make, and they just can't seem to adapt it to the big screen. These people make all this money doing this. This is what I don't understand. So my mom took us to see Transformers: The Animated Picture in the theater, and both Die Hard movies. Parental guidance neglected. That's funny. That's hilarious. Richard Gilbert, G.I. Joe in general doesn't get written very well. You're right. You're right. Eli says, Ines, next time I'm on, I'll tell you what I'd like to see in a G.I. Joe movie. Yeah, for sure. G.I. Joe Resolute should be the starting point of any live action G.I. Joe film they aim to make. I know, right? They got that one right. Oh my gosh, did they get that one right? G.I. Joe Resolute is so perfect. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. Jimmy says, I know, I mean, you kill off Duke in the first 10 minutes. Flint owned. He was the Joe's hot rod. Polo Coin says, Nerdcouragement, I love it. Getting that nerd juice before I start binge watching my weekend. Eli says, he came back all right for the family scenes because the test audiences liked his relationship with Roadblock and wanted more Duke. Yeah, they should have done the post credits. He's alive with the family reshoots. Stay true to the source material. Absolutely, Cherie. What's up, Derek? Or just make a new one. Jimmy says, I'm telling you, these directors need to follow the G.I. Joe Resolute as a jumping point for any film. I agree. I absolutely agree. G.I. Joe Resolute is so good. If you guys haven't watched G.I. Joe Resolute, you got to watch G.I. Joe Resolute. He says, yeah, but let's be real. They had tech we don't even have now. I heard about and saw the Venom and post-credit scene. I'm sure Enosh, Poindexter Lounge, will be happy. Venom might get the white spider symbol on his chest. Hey, now. And they were very patriotic and inclusive. They were, Eli. Like, there were... Man, G.I. Joe just is something that didn't need to be messed with. There, I don't know. Cherie says, that's like Clark being black or from Chicago. Ah, I see what you did there. G.I. Joe is one of the few 80s cartoons that kept storylines running. Yes. Yeah, the Red Sun had Batman being poor and a rebel. And that's fine for a one off, but that's not what you would want to make your whole your franchise. What's up, True 31? Good to see you, bro. James says happy October. Cherie says, oh, did you watch Venom 2 yet? Not yet. I watch it tonight. There's Metropolis, Illinois. Cherie, haha. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of stuff, Eli, from Metropolis. We actually we purchased a brick at the Superman Museum there. Been there a couple of times now, and got a couple of videos actually here on the channel all about that. And we purchased a brick there at the Superman Museum in honor of Zack Snyder. Let's see. Wasn't the first Venom rated R? I can't remember if it was or not. Reminds me of Stan Lee's Batman, who was an ex-con wrongfully accused, who becomes a professional wrestler, millionaire. Like, that's just not Batman, right? Right, Caleb? Exactly. It was PG-13 too. Okay. Ooh, I gotta watch that. They should stop making the GI Joe movies. Look, Derek. I don't want them to stop making GI Joe movies. I just want them to make good GI Joe movies. I want them to respect the source material. That's all. That's all. The armed forces is one of the few institutions that destroys prejudices and makes those serving brothers and sisters. Eli, you're not wrong. You're absolutely right. Unfortunately, there's people who want to act like the armed forces are something that we can't talk about, or that are somehow controversial or whatever. It's like those people are fighting for our freedoms. Those people are defending our country. We should honor them, and that's one of the things that really bothers me about this current day and age that we live in. Is there's all these biases and weird things that we're not we demonize so much, instead of understanding that there are always bad people in, whether it be the military, whether it be the police, whatever it is. Everybody's not that way, and not even the majority of people are that way, right? It's a small fraction, but those are the ones we hear about. Hopefully we'll get to the Superman Museum soon. Oh, Richard, you got to go. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. James Jim says, "Go Joe." I actually been watching some old cartoons on YouTube. Yes, heck yeah. Says me and Enosh are starting a film studio. Haha, nice, nice. Venom 2 is a must see. Says the AMBW channel. All right. It's all there for the decent filmmaker who can read, see, to adapt. Absolutely, Cherie. That's the thing. It's like all these things are like all these '80s properties, all these properties that we had when we were kids. It's right there. It's not like there's not source material for it. It's right there. Just follow it. Just give people what's there. I don't understand it. While Venom eventually ended up on Pirate Bay, insane. It doesn't surprise me. Believe it or not, ACAB and military angst is not popular with the Democrats anymore. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. It's the leftists. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is it's a certain demographic of people, and exactly, Cherie. Don't demonize the entire group because of a few creepy idiots. Look, I deal with this all the time because of what I do for a living, because I'm a pastor, right? I mean, like I'll see things like that. People talk about their faith or this creepy thing or that creepy thing or this wrong thing that a pastor did or a person of faith did or whatever, and it's like, you got to understand, these are human beings you're dealing with, and there are people always in positions of authority or power that abuse those things or don't act right about it. So, what are you going to do? Derek says, Enosh, my Hal Jordan and Dawnbreaker came in the mail yesterday. Ah, lucky. So I haven't opened my Dawnbreaker yet because I have the actual Dawnbreaker figure. But if it's the same figure, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm going to, maybe, I don't know, I'll do something with it. But I don't need two Dawnbreaker figures. So, but I wanted that freaking Hal Jordan. And they didn't put it out there for just the Hal Jordan. Eli says, also the police have been have been refunded, or you meant defunded, and of course they don't report that. Yeah, I mean, look, they don't have the resources that they need half the time. I was just talking to a police officer last night, and there's a lot of there's mostly good people who went into that profession to serve. Like, they look, people don't just decide, hey, I'm going to put my life in harm's way to serve my community just for nothing. Sure, there's some people who's got big egos, and like they're about it for something else. Absolutely, but that's not the it's not the norm. Yes, Sheree, we need to stop bringing politics and everything. Yes, we need to judge things, but based on on the truth. Uh, Eli says the Midwest should be coming. Cherie says individual people are to blame, not an entire populace. Absolutely. Should be its own nation, the Midwest, right? Haha. We don't hate anybody. Caleb says, yeah, even I as a leftist feel weirded out when people in my circles demonize a whole career path. Like, I understand there's some not so great aspects, but don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Absolutely, absolutely. No, refunded. They saw it failed. The only difference is that the abdomen is a brighter green from what I can tell, but I'm leaving the Dawnbreaker in there because I only bought that 2-pack for Hal Jordan. Me too. That's the only reason I bought that 2-pack too. Uh, SK says, geez, guys, anyone in here like James Bond? I do like James Bond. I'm not all caught up on all the movies. I'm in the Twitch politics sphere. Give me 5 minutes and I'll debunk a ton. They gave the money back. All right, guys. Well, did you watch the newest episode of Titans? I have not yet. I got to watch that too. I'm loving the season so far. My gosh, I absolutely love Titans. Titans is absolutely fantastic. It's a great show. Great show. And I'm going to be bummed when the season's done and I got to wait for another season. It's so good. It's so good, so good. Yeah, and that's where I am too. I'm a centrist too, man. Like, I look at both things. I lean conservative, but here's the thing. I look at things for the way that they are. I make judgment calls on where people actually are and who they are, and I don't I don't go out on wings, right wings, left wings, anything, man, because I think when you start getting out on wings, then all of a sudden you're going to you lose focus. You're more about who you're there with instead of why you're there. You know, absolutely, Cherie. Wings are for the birds. Wings are for the birds. I just am not part of all that. So, all right, guys. Well, I got a lot to do today and get done, but I hope that you guys make the best of your Friday. I hope that that you don't focus on the extremes, right? But that you make good decisions based on actual truth and actual knowledge, and actually caring for people, right? Because that's what we should be doing. That's why we should all be on this planet, is to help others and to support each other, and that's what we do here in the lounge. So that's why we've come together from the far reaches of the universe. I have assembled some of the greatest minds and greatest hearts that have ever been known from all over the planet. All right, party in Metropolis in 2022. That'd be a cool place to meet too, is Metropolis, Illinois, because but there's not a ton to do there. It's pretty much, you go. I mean, unless you go to like the festival, they got the Superman festival there, but they've got the Superman museum, which is fun. But hey, if we were doing like our own little festival, that'd be cool. And it is kind of central to the country. Today's Nerdcouragement: the Snake Eyes movie sucked. Yep, there you go. You do suck. That's it. No, treat each other good. Just treat each other good, and don't be out on wings. Yeah, let's book Rosenbaum's band and we can play it. That's funny. Yes, Poindexter Con, for sure, for sure. We still got to put that together. So, thank you guys for your love. Thank you guys for your support. Appreciate all of you, and I hope that the show Wings was pretty cool though. I did like the show Wings. It was fun. Thomas Hayden Church, man, and Tim Daly, who played Superman. So there you go. Can't wait for next weekend. I'll be at New York City Comic Con all 3 days. Yeah, I just found out yesterday the Motor City Comic Con is trying to enforce a mandatory mask rule, which is interesting because our state doesn't have a mandatory mask rule. And so I'm interested how I feel about that because I wouldn't mind wearing a mask at the event. What I would probably have an issue with is if you're trying to, if you're going to pay some of these some of these places though, that you're going to pay anywhere between $50 to $100 for a picture. If you're gonna pay $50 to $100 for a picture, they got to have a better way for you to be able to take a picture with somebody, with a celebrity or something like that, where that celebrity's face isn't covered. Like I get it, right? I get it, but I also have seen some places that have like a barrier or whatever. So when you get your picture taken, I don't know what the answer to that is. I just know that like I'm not going to drop that much money to have a picture of somebody behind a mask. You know, the first time that I went down to speaking of Metropolis, Illinois, first time I went down there, summer of 2020, they had a mask on the statue. The giant Superman statue that's downtown. Like that's even sillier. What's up, Chubby Teddy Monster Productions? Good to see you, man. Yeah, things are well. Things are well. Thank you. I just look. I go. That's one of the reasons why I go to Comic Cons and stuff. Right? What is to get pictures with people and stuff. I'm not a big autograph guy. I'm not. I go to shop for the toys, and I go to meet certain celebrities that I want to meet and get a picture with. I hope that they have something in place for that because I'm not going to drop money on pictures of celebrities behind masks. Like I don't have a problem, like I said, wearing my mask all day. As I'm walking around the event, I think that that's smart. I don't know what the answer to that is, to be honest with you. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm not sure how I'm not worried about getting it. I'm not worried about getting it. I'm completely vaccinated and I'm doing my thing. I'm talking about just strictly from an enjoyment level of the event, right? So yeah, I wouldn't even mind having to show a vaccination, proof or whatever. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But and like I said, I wouldn't have a problem with even wearing a mask walking around the place. I don't know how you I don't know how you somehow make it all right that you charge that much money for a picture with somebody that you don't see that person. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things that like I don't know what the answer to that is. To be quite honest with you, I really don't know what the answer to that is. But we shall see. We shall see, and I'll definitely report to you guys how that whole thing goes down. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. Make the most of your Friday. Make the most of your weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend and that you have lots planned. Don't forget tomorrow night is the return of League of Mayhem, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Nerd Queens channel. My wife, the lovely Fantastic, part of that group and part of that panel, and so they will be back starting tomorrow night. And then after that show, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, don't forget we'll be over at Mad Max's channel, Movie Madness Entertainment, for the Enosh/Poindexter Lounge appreciation stream. So you guys are going to want to check that out tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. That's all I got. That's all I got. I got to get in here and get some stuff done. All right. So love you all. Have the Enosh roast. All right, guys. Have a great day. Stay good. Stay nerdy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.